3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Well, welcome to the exciting Christmas before Christmas edition of the Dennis and Andy Show. What in the Jesus is on my head?
It burns.
God, this is so painful. This is worse than hemorrhoids.
How is that possible?
Oh my God, because I can feel it down to my ass. It hurts my ass wearing this.
Oh.
I don't know how you do it. Give me my hat.
Good
Lord.
Oh,
Thank God.
Oh.
I feel relieved. Give me
hold on.
Jesus, is there lice in here now? That's
No,
the problem.
no,
I let somebody with hair borrow it.
Wait, listen to
Oh,
you hear it squeak when he puts it on?
I feel them crawling. I feel the lice crawling all over me. That's right, Dallas Cowboys, and I am at least wearing the DNA Show shirt. At least one of us cares.
Oh, I care. I care so much that I listened to you for the last 2 weeks talk about your predictions. You peacocked around and talked about how you were going to destroy me in fantasy football.
What's that have to do with the Packers?
Boy, this is all. Packers are number one in the NFC. As of right now, they've got a bye. So that means
the Packers are bye.
The championship would roll through Lambeau Field. And let me see who is still in the playoffs. That's right. I am playing Chad this week.
Oh, I thought you meant number 2, the Cowboys, baby.
Yeah, that's like a silver medal. It's not nearly as good as the gold.
Please. But see, the competition isn't over yet. So you can't really say it's a silver until we are into the playoffs. Like when the playoff seeds are officially set. When the playoff seeding is officially set, if it's at where it is now, then it is a silver medal. Oh, my God. Diet Coke out of a cheese koofy.
Well, normally it would be a beer, but with all the driving and stuff, there was no way to do that because this is a kid-friendly show, and I'm not getting a ticket right before Christmas. That's true. It should be a kid-friendly show, but then Andy does bring up stuff. I am in the the semifinals now. I beat Andy. Actually, it wasn't that bad. I only beat him by 15 points.
Was it 15?
It was 15. 16 technically.
I didn't even check.
Yeah. So I'm moving on, and then let's see. Chad. I'm playing Chad, which means hopefully, because this is where he always gets lucky.
His wife is who?
Somebody not playing.
Is that who I'm playing? Choctaw Chick? Is that his
wife? No, that's my sister-in-law.
Oh, I'm playing your sister-in-law on the what's
Yeah.
that round? What do they even call that round?
You're like the booby prize. It's the consolation.
It's really ridiculous. I thought I was out of the fantasy football, and then I get this notification saying set your lineup. So I look, and I'm like, what is this crap? I'm still in it. And I called Dennis, and he's like, yeah, even though you're out, you're not in the semifinals, you're still in. So when everything's said and done, they can see who the top 8 are. So
right, because you still get ranked.
Right. So next week there will be you or 2 teams from your.
The 4 winners are playing to get into the Super Bowl, and the 4 losers still wind up playing because they have to play each other. Well, basically, yeah.
We're playing for the Pro Bowl.
You got to figure out who's going to be 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place, and that's how it gets determined who's in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place for the season.
Right. So technically I'm not in. Yeah.
Right. Which could have an impact on how you draft next year.
It could.
So it is interesting. So we've got a little bit. Aloha, Joe.
What's up, Joe? Oh, Aaron's streaming right now. How dare he? How dare he? But he started before us, so whatever. But thank you for dropping in. We're going to be talking Spider-Man No Way Home. That's what it was called.
After our comics, yes.
After new comics, we're going to talk Spider-Man No Way Home. Full disclosure, it will be extensively spoiler-filled. We're going to be talking a shit ton about the movie. Lots of spoilers. Generally, I don't like to tell people to turn us off. But if you haven't seen it yet, after we go over the new comics, we'll give you another warning, and you'll probably want to stop watching and then you come back to the video after you've seen it.
That is the beautiful thing. We'll put up the video, and you guys can come after you've watched the movie and seen it all. Or if you don't care about spoilers, you can feel free to watch. But chances are a lot of you probably did go see the movie because apparently a lot of people in America did.
That's right. But it is breaking records. We'll say this before we get into new comics. It's already beat Infinity War.
Nice. So, yeah, the actual opening weekend was pretty impressive. But we'll talk about that in a few. So why don't we delve into the new comics this week?
All right, let's just add it to the stream. Oh, look at that. For once, we're starting with one of my books. Well, the only book I got, I should say. I got one book this week. I got Batman vs. Bigby. That's what I meant. I said Bixby. I knew I was wrong. I got Batman vs. Bigby, A Wolf in Gotham. Bill Willingham, who created Fables, wrote this. Bigby is a werewolf character from Fables, and he comes over into Gotham, and obviously him and Batman go at it, and there's a mystery that has to be solved. And at first, Batman thinks it's all on Bigby, but it's not. So I got issues 1 through 3 actually at a Black Friday sale for half off. And the artwork is by Brian Level with inks by Jay Leiston. I should say that right, considering I'm friends with Jay. And colors by Lee Loffridge. It's good. I think it's pretty cool. It's a fun Batman tale with a character that Bill created from Fables. Randy says, I dropped in from Aaron's stream too. Man, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'll hang out for the book reviews. Awesome.
Do that because we will give you plenty of notice before we delve into the spoilers.
So anyhow, this is my one book for the week. I bought one whole book this week. So there you have it.
At least it's a black label.
That's right. Oh, look, it's the next book. Well, we already know everything from here on out is Dennis. But because I ruined it. But yes, it's sort of X. Let's see. Randy says, Bill Willingham is an easy sell for me. Bill's great, man. I've been a Bill fan since Elementals back in the day.
You know, I may wind up reading that. Andy was telling me a little bit about it before. No.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because he had picked up the first 3. And so anyway, I may give that one a shot, but I have to get caught up in my other reading first. I just got a couple of notifications from people asking if I'd gotten certain books. So we'll talk about these, and then I'll go back in and answer them.
Well,
but
so
it's an export.
Is this ending anytime soon, or is this still going?
Kind of hoping it is. Kind of hoping it is. The concept was good, but
I hear you.
Yeah, it's Wolverine. This was the variant cover. It's actually a pretty interesting.
So did you get this one or
yep,
the other?
Yep.
This is
well, I got multiple copies because but I did like this cover better than the regular one. The regular one was like this blue fish thing coming up out there, and I'm like, that didn't draw me into the book. This one did, so yeah, I went. With this one.
So Marvel put out. Actually, I was very curious, so I counted. Marvel put out 78 individual comics this week. If you take away all the variants, 22 books. So still, 22 books in 1 week is pretty effing big.
It is.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say when I started buying comics in the early 80s, you might get 22 a month.
Right. Well, you think about it. You had your Captain America, your Fantastic Four. You had your books, depending on the decade.
You probably
that
had
we're
two.
Talking
We'll
about.
say two. That's six.
You had Spidey, Amazing and Spectacular.
8.
And then if it was later on, there was regular Spider-Man,
Alpha Flight, Conan. I mean, that's 10. Yeah, I mean, back
Daredevil.
Jesus.
Yeah,
back in the day, man. So out of 78 comics they put out, only 22 of them. It's actually only 22 when you take away the variants.
But that's 1 week.
22 books in 1 week.
The good news is I wound up buying 19 books this week. But
no, man, he's not wearing a gift bow. He's wearing a cape tied around his neck. I still don't know why, but whatever.
I'll find out. I will get around to reading it. I did get 19 books, but the majority of them were not Marvel or DC.
But dude, 22 books at $4 a piece, $88 with tax. You're looking at $90 if you're a Marvel zombie.
I used to be a Marvel guy like that, and I there's a reason why I'm
Michael's
not.
Here. Mike with Thursday says, "Heidi ho, have a good show, guys. I'm on the way with the fam to the AEW show in Greensboro. Oh, nice,
awesome,
that's great. Oh, hey, Michael, go Giants." Go down the toilet, that is. Go down the toilet.
Michael, he's been waiting to see if you were going to come on.
Merry Christmas.
Michael, you're going to have to go back and check out the beginning and understand. I did wear the Cowboys hat, and he did wear the fabled cheese head.
It was itchy.
And I did bring in my cheese mug holder. And anyway, I despise you, Andy.
Haters gonna hate. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Well,
Val says, let's go Giants, let's go Brandon. No, let's go Brandon is fine. What's up, Hyper Kaiju?
Hello. Hyper's in the house too.
All right, back to the books. Telepaths 4 or 6 by J. Michael Straczynski, my buddy Steve Epting, and Brian Reber on colors.
That's been good. That's one of the books that I just got asked about. So, Mr. Washington, if you're watching, yes, I did get it. If not, I'll be responding to you in the Facebook.
Cool cheese. No, it's not.
It absolutely is. And yes, it does say, by the way, I will take it off. And Andy already made a comment about it. You'll have to put it up.
I got it.
I know you do. Oh yeah. Why? Oh, it's even got my name on it. Because, yes, I am a shareholder in the Packers, as a lot of my friends are. So, yep, we have that. Cowboys can't say that. Sorry, Michael. Giants can't say that. We're special in every way.
Marvel DC, screw that. Back a comic for real men. Back, First Man to Learning Curve. Please go back it now if you haven't already. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. And in the description below, we have broke $39,000 and we are 601 backers. Let's keep it going. Let's see. What does Hyper say? I can smell Dennis's hat. So can I.
Oh, and it smells great.
Like shit.
Amazing cheese.
Oh, God.
Amazing cheese. And so you got some big news. We have now we now have 1,260 subscribers. We've hit our number of hours, and we are waiting for them to approve monetization. We are this close away from DNA also being monetized. So there you go, folks. We're just waiting on YouTube.
Just to show you more weird, this close for the DNA show being monetized, or as Susie likes to say, Dennis's wife, Dennis's little Dennis close.
Are you talking like the figure?
No. No.
And that's still twice as big as what your wife said.
Oh, hurtful.
I know. That's the way it works.
What is this? We got Joy Operations, Brian Michael Bendis, Stephen Byrne. I've not heard of this one. This is a number 2.
Yeah, number 1 just came out the other week. So I was surprised to see number 2 pop out so quick. This definitely looks interesting. So I'm going to give it a shot.
So wait, did you buy 1 and 2 today? Or
No, 1 was the other week, okay. And then that's why I was surprised. 2 popped out today. So other than the quick flip, I haven't even had a chance to even sit down and look at it, but I will, because this has the potential. It looks interesting. Could be good.
Eat the Rich. What number is this one?
That is number 5.
Number 5 of 6, I guess. I think because I think it's a miniseries.
Yes, it is going to be a miniseries, and that has been an interesting read. I will be getting caught up. It's going to be after Christmas. We've got everything. I'm going to see Spider-Man again tomorrow with taking my niece and nephew, and having to fill them in on all the goodness that is the Spider-Man. And but yeah, I'll be getting caught up on my full reviews. I've slowly been trying to punch them out, but Christmas is taking its toll.
That's right. Get yourself a sweet DNA shirt for Christmas. There's the link. Thank you very much, Hyper Kaiju, for pimping it. One of us is wearing the sweet shirt, if you're curious, because one of us cares more about the show than our dumb football team. I can represent both.
Oh, well, you know what? I needed to wear something because it's warm up here without sleeves, and I knew this ahead of time.
Your sleeves fell off once again.
Yep, it sure did.
Radiant Black number 10, I believe.
11.
It's been almost a year.
I know. I'm surprised you didn't stick with this one. This has been a really fun superhero figuring out the whole thing, and this has been fun. Woohoo!
Awesome, Joe. You're going to love it. We're actually going to see it again next Thursday, and we're going to make it a twofer. We're going to see Spider-Man next Thursday, the 30th, and I always blank on the name of the movie, but it's the biopic about Kurt Warner starring, and now I'm blanking on the actor's name.
Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi plays Kurt Warner in this movie. Dennis Quaid is in it.
American Underdog?
American Underdog. That's it.
Yep.
American Underdog. We're going to see that in Spider-Man again next Thursday.
Yeah.
Can you also make your DNA show shirts sleeveless? No. To do that, you have to rip them off.
You just go, "Bruh."
You Hulk Hogan that shit.
Actually, they actually do have, I believe they have tank tops that you can, if you go onto it, they have options. They'll have them down below where you can do tank tops or other ones.
We are going to be doing, after the new comics, we're going to be doing a spoiler-filled review of Spider-Man.
We'll talk just a little bit about what we liked, and then we're going to let you know when we started on the spoilers, and then you guys can come on back.
Hyper, why do you think it looks ridiculous? I got to be honest, man. I think it looks really, really good, and it looks like it has a lot of heart to it. And I know a little bit of the Kurt Warner story of basically him really trying to get into the NFL because he played in Canada. Did he do USFL over here?
Yeah, because Packers. He was in with the Packers, and they didn't wind up keeping him.
I got to be honest, Hyper. I think it looks pretty good.
I love Dennis Quaid too. Yeah. They're hit or miss for me. This one looks kind of interesting. I love Dennis Quaid as an actor, and so I'm crossing my fingers. It's good, but either way, Spider-Man for the 3rd time that day, that'll be worth it.
Oh, look, more Dennis torture.
It is, and oh my God, this is not good. Phoenix Song, I have zero desire.
Wait, you read this and you don't like it? Is that
I've started reading, the series, and it's a Marvel. It's a shit show, and I think you know it. And they keep pushing me a little further. They're taking away one of the great story arcs in X-Men history, the Phoenix Saga, and they're turning it into a really cheap plot device. Shame on you.
Oh. Hyper says, I love Kurt Warner. I used to shop at the grocery store he worked at all the time. Are you saying you shopped there when he worked there? Because that'd be cool. Let's see. The trailer made it look like some hee-haw. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're Hollywooding it up. Dennis, do you like Cecil Jones? Who's Cecil Jones? I don't even know who that is. Kurt Warner is one of my favorite QBs of all time, the greatest show on turf. The movie looks great. It looks, yeah, like I said, double feature. Cecil Jones, who? I don't know.
I don't know either. Elaborate, and then I'll let you know. I was thinking Chuck Cecil.
House of Slaughter.
Now, this has been interesting. You know, it is from the author of, you know, Something is Killing the Children. This I'm going to try and do the full review of the first three.
Oh, Cecil, Comicsgate Cecil.
Oh!
Yeah, Cecil's
yes.
awesome. I mean, well,
yes.
You know, I love Cecil.
I actually never heard anybody say Cecil Jones.
Yeah, I've never
just
heard
Cecil.
the Cecil Jones.
So anyway, you threw us for a loop because I was thinking Chuck Cecil. But yes, do like Cecil.
Well, you can wait till after we watch it and tell you how it is.
You know what? We're crossing our fingers. We're going to give it a shot, and we'll see the movie so you don't necessarily have to.
Unless we tell you it's awesome.
Yes, and then we'll say run out and see it.
That's right. House of Slaughter from the makers of Something is Killing the Children. Have you read any of this yet? Or are you waiting now? Because you have 3.
Well, I am a little behind. I read 1, and I'm like, ooh, this could be really good. So I'm waiting through 3 in order to do the full review on them. So that will be coming up. I did get I did do the full review of Sheena, the Jungle Girl book, because I had quite a few people messaging me and stuff. So I did get 1 and 2 full reviewed. They're up on the site, and thumbs up. I'm liking it. It's a surprise.
It actually
twist.
looks pretty good too.
It's
Sheena, there's a twist already in issue 1.
Takes place in the future. Flying cars, the whole 9 yards.
Sheena takes place in the future.
It does. This is interesting. It's really cool.
Hold on, let's see. Randy says, don't show any of Cecil's recent tweets or YouTube may have a fit. No, I will not be doing that. I do like his tweets though. I like that count. He has an advent calendar where each day a woman shimmies out of her top somehow.
Oh,
it's very nice.
Oh, you know what? I have an advent calendar, but it's the one from last year. We did the ones, the Marvel comics. So each day has a Marvel mini comic, and we did kind of review it. Probably, I think it was last Christmas, right?
Yeah. God, I can't believe that. That does not feel like a year ago.
I know. And but I pulled it back out. I'm like, screw it, I don't need chocolate. And it was cool. And that was fun.
So Refrigerator Full Heads is it a continuation of Basket Full Heads, or is it something totally different and they just played with the name?
I think it's different. I will know more because I'm going to be reading this and doing the full review on 1 through 3 on this one. The DC Black Label stuff, it's the only DC Comics I've been getting. Their Black Label stuff, the Joe Hill, everything that I've read has been really, really solid. I just picked this one up. I had a hard time getting number 2, but so soon I'll be doing 1 through 3.
Nice.
I have a Fireball.
He has a Fireball advent calendar. And,
that is awesome.
By the way, both of you, thanks for looking at my brother's comics. Anytime, if he wants to send me that Spider-Man with the first appearance of the Punisher, it's only worth like $1. I'll give you $5 and postage for it because I'm a nice guy.
And I'm just curious, are these books that he did just had them all these years and looking at them? If so, those are awesome books to have. Those were fun to look at. I appreciate you sending them.
Yeah. Deep Beyond numbers.
Also 11, because that came out about the same time as Radiant Black. Another one that has been this took a twist. You can go back and check out some of my previous full reviews. This took a complete different twist, probably around issue 5, 6. and it's been pretty good. I'm going to be curious to see how long this one lasts. I don't think it's going to be a continuation. I think it's like a maxi series, but we'll find out.
Maxi. Let's see. Yes, he had those collecting back in the day.
Sweet.
Dude, I'm telling you, Dennis and I were talking about it, and if it was me, I would take that Punisher, Spider-Man with the first appearance of the Punisher, and that Iron Man #1 and get those bad boys.
Yep.
CGC'd in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Iron Man #1 looked really decent from the pictures that I could tell, and Spidey 129. I mean, that's just a given, and it's back when Punisher was introduced with the real logo. So, yeah, great books.
Avengers, Tech 1 Avengers, number 5 of 6. This is where the Avengers all had to get super suited up by Tony Stark Tech to go against the big bad guy.
It's all right. The art's fantastic. Andy got me into this book just because the art was so cool. And I picked it up, and the art is the only reason I'm finishing it. The story's but the art is just fantastic on it. So I'm going to pick it up just because of the art. I do love good art.
Hyper, I bought a nice lot of Jim Lee Punisher. I like those Punishers by Jim Lee.
Yeah, I do too.
I've got one of the trades and stuff. I like that stuff a lot. I thought Jim was doing some good work, and that was some of his first stuff. So, Terry Moore's Serial. Dennis has been. Oh, look, a booty shot. Nice boot.
Yeah, it's
number 9.
I may be done with this one.
Oh, really?
I've got to find out how long. If it's going to be a limited, again, like a maxi series, or if it's going to go to 12, I will probably finish it out. Otherwise, I will not. Oh. They must be, maybe that's YouTube giving us a call.
I forgot to take the phone off. There was an early issue of What If where all the Avengers got sued. Was there? Was there an issue of what? Are you talking the original What If series?
No, I don't.
Because I don't remember that in the original What If series. So maybe volume 2 or something.
Or after that, they were all the one-shots.
Dennis, I'm going to get the storytelling Star Trek set, pricey too, but I'm going to get it. I have no idea what that is.
Oh,
do you?
I storytelling set. I bet that's. Oh, yes, the ornaments.
Oh,
yeah, they are pricey now. Hallmark did have, for those of you who watched my video on it. I've got the Enterprise mounted up top, and then I've got the 5 characters on the wreath. That is fantastic. I do not remember.
Dude, so volume 1 of What If, I don't remember that either. I'm going to have to go do a little Googling research later because I don't remember that at all. Cecil is on the phone. Cecil called my cell phone. He's got the...
Maybe he was calling about the Hallmark ornaments. Yeah, they're great. But I was going to say, they did have a sale on the Enterprise Tree Topper for a few days. I don't know if it's running or not, but you might want to just check it out. But they are a little pricey, but they're cool. And then there are 2 or 3 more, I forget. Bones and Scotty for sure are going to be in next year's, and I think that'll be the end of the storyline.
Barbarella number 6. Dennis bought it because of the cover. Have you even read this?
I read the first issue, and it was cool, actually. Again, this is one of these books that I would not have picked up Barbarella just for the sake of buying it, but the Perillo cover gets me, so I've been buying it. Anything that Perillo's been putting out on the cover, I just love his artwork. So for $4, I'll do it. It's a great cover. Well, it intrigued me, and I've been flipping through it. The interior's not bad either. The story looks interesting. This might be like Sheena, where I might wind up going, here's another Dynamite sucking me in, and because of these covers. And as long as they watch our podcast or our live stream, they will know.
All right. Search for Hugh.
Yep.
Number 4 already.
Number 4. Steve Orlando, his stuff's been, I do like the artwork and everything in it. The story's been good. I think I would give the edge to Gun Honey for these type of stories.
Gun Honey is great. I read that last week. Gun Honey number 4 wrapped up the first arc last week. First limited series. I read number 4. I thought it was great. Nice, tight little series. In the back, they had preview pages. They will be launching a volume 2 of Gun Honey. in the new year. Another limited series, same creative team. That's a book I highly suggest. It's great if you like not true crime, but crime noir type stuff. Last few Dynamite books I bought ended up being woke. Maybe I'm just unlucky. Which ones were they? Like what titles?
Yeah, I'll be curious.
I can't imagine Red Sun.
I think, with Dynamite might be having some of the same issues that Image is, with some of their people going woke, them having to deal with that. Dark Horse Comics, being bought. We'll see what happens with it. That's all interesting.
So Impossible Jones number 2, I'm curious. Does she have 3 arms?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. I thought, yeah. So she has 3 arms in the book.
Well, I will let you know on where this is going. Impossible Jones, I never read, as I stated earlier, the previous series of it. I thought, with it being Scout, this looked kind of interesting, so I picked up number 1. I said for sure I would pick up number 2. We'll find out. I'm going to be curious to see if this one hangs on to the Dennis list or not. But I do like Scout. They're a good small publisher, and they give their guys a lot of leeway. I'm going to give them a shot. It's worth spending a few bucks on just to see it.
Realistically, women should have 3 arms because a man does have twig and berries, 2 berries to be exact. So twig and 2 berries is 3 arms, taking care of business. I mean, look, it works the other way. Women have 2 boobages and we've got 2 hands. So I'm just saying.
And this is why we're technically not a kid-friendly show.
What? Sweet paprika.
Oh, Hyper said last Dynamite book I got a few years back. Yeah.
Oh, a few years back, Elvira meets Vincent Price. One example from the book, Elvira walks into a room.
Oh, he did say a few months back, not a few months.
And suddenly says, it's colder than Mitch McConnell's heart in here. Oh, God. Yeah, that's stupid. There are so many jokes that you could have worked in. It's colder than, whatever.
It's like
colder than the polar vortex.
It could be something.
Whatever.
It could be something like, look, it's so cold out here, like when hell freezes over, or the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Just saying, those kind of things work really well, better than bringing politics in.
It's colder than the Ice Bowl. It's colder than the Packers when they win a game, because they're bastards.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow, there goes your karma. There's a reason why you're out of the playoffs, mister. It's called karma.
It's as cold as Dennis when he doesn't get his way.
Sweet Paprika, I was actually going to drop this one. This is just a really interesting, weird book. And I didn't read the last couple, but I talked to a couple of the guys at the shop, and they've all been picking up, and they're like, dude, you got to keep reading into it. It gets better.
Oh.
So I'm believing them, and I'm going to pick it up, and I will get caught. But I am kind of moving this to I need to read this later pile versus now, because there's so many really good books. So that one has been on the list of maybes.
All right. Black Beacon. I saw this today too. Didn't get it, but I saw it.
Yeah.
It's a heavy metal thing. Oh, it's number 4.
It is issue number 4.
Okay. So heavy metal reprinting stuff from their magazine. King's Vengeance. Oh, book 1. A new book 1.
It is.
Who put this out?
I think that's Scout again. I think that's another Scout Comics. The premise behind it looked pretty interesting. However, the artwork, I did open it up, and I'm like, oh, I just don't think it's going to be my style of artwork. It looks way too cartoonish. But I will give it a shot. I will at least read number 1. And see if it's worth staying on my list, but I don't know if I'll be able to.
Dennis, you got your computer. Google What If number 3. Let's see. I'm curious because I think I know that book, but I don't remember them getting armor in it. So give us a second while we image and look. I mean, What If Marvel Comics might be a better way to do it. Just saying. Somebody has to teach Dennis how to use Google.
I don't normally have these kind of
Now there's a period in there. Man. No wonder you got fired from your receptionist job.
Yeah, it's because you fired me.
Oh, you type for shit. Christina can't type, but at least she's easy on the eyes.
I don't have my database on here. It would be really easy.
Oh my God. You make life so difficult. What if? Oh, I could find it faster. Jeez. What is Techno Freak number 3? Never even heard of it. Did you get this before?
Yeah, I did. I did get the first couple. Again, the artwork wasn't so hot. That's nice.
Yes, it is. I swear this has never happened before, Dennis. I know. I feel just like his wife. She has to hear that all the time. Now I'm hearing it in a different reasoning. It's just so sad. Now I know what Susie feels like on a Friday night. Disappointed and tired. Go to the read site.
No, let's just keep going. I don't know. We'll look it up.
Go. Techno Freak. What the hell is this about again? I don't remember this at all.
It's a futuristic story.
That looks like Cable.
The stories, it's kind of interesting. I do like the futuristic ones. It's got some boobages. You would like that.
I would like that.
And the artwork's, again, kind of cartoony. So I don't know if I'm going to make it past this.
Oh, I know.
I'm used to it.
He's used to it.
But I can dish as
right.
well as I take. So that's it. That was my 19 books and Andy's 1 book for the week.
That's right. 1 book for me and 19 for Dennis. Now,
but I think I had 3 Marvel, 1 DC, and all the rest were indie books.
Let's just see. I just want to see something here real quick. I had a feeling it was this one. Yeah, they don't. I don't think they get armor in this book. Hold on. I'm going to share the screen. Let's see. There should be open link. Nope. Copy image. Nope. That doesn't matter. I'll just share the screen.
I don't remember that being armor. But then again, it's been a long time since I read it.
So, Randy, is this the book you're talking about? Because I don't think they get armor in that, because I have this issue. Gil Kane drew the inside of it. I believe Klaus Janson inked the inside of it. That's why I bought it. It's such a great book. But I don't think they get armor in it, do they? Where there will be spoilers in this. Yes. I'm glad you asked. We are going to be talking tons of spoilers. Generally, I don't usually say stop watching, but he says yes, they get armor. Well, Randy, I'll take your word for it. I have not looked through my copy of this book in years, so I will take your word for it. Hold on, we found it. We're looking. Look at that sweet art. Gil Kane, Klaus Janson. Damn, those are great comics. So yes, there's going to be hyper. Then I'm out, dude. We totally get it. After you watch the movie, come back and check the replay,
and then leave your comments below, because we love to hear what you guys think when on your opinions on these movies and everything like that. Yeah, I'm not seeing any.
Yeah, and be sure to like and subscribe, of course. So far, we got the Hulk fighting a different version of Iron Man. Wait, is that supposed to be Namor in that armor? I don't remember the story. He's down. Oh, wait, look, there's another armor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right. Look at that. More Armored Avengers.
You're right. They're different versions of Iron Man armor.
Yep. Look at that. Randy.
Hats off.
Tip of the hat.
Shoes off.
Tip of the hat, Randy. You nailed it, buddy. You nailed it. So,
all right, pre-spoilers. We're not talking spoilers yet. We will give you the announcement when we start our spoiler talk. So we went to go see Spider-Man. I had stayed off the internet. I made sure I didn't listen to anything. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to be surprised. I didn't want to be surprised. I didn't. I tried not to follow. There were certain things that you wound up hearing, but that's okay. We got in there and we got our popcorn and our soda.
Spilled his
and
popcorn.
I spilled my popcorn all over. It was a disaster. And it's a good thing the movie wound up being great. This was I will say, the theater itself. People laughed, people cried, people cheered, people stood up.
People clapped. I mean, I clapped. You heard during specific scenes, people were like, woohoo, yeah, all that stuff. I saw Yellow Flash. If you don't know who he is, he's a popular YouTuber. I'm part of a private chat that he's in, and he said, this was before I saw it, he said that it was full. The movie was filled with all the emotions. You laughed, you cried, you felt great afterwards. Just a fantastic movie. It looks again like another typical Marvel movie, too much CG. Not at all.
Nope. I think Val, you are going to think differently after you see this, because I really think everybody's going to wind up seeing this.
It is one of the best. And this is where Dennis and I disagree. I don't think it's the best Marvel movie, but it is in the top 3.
For me, Infinity War was the best one. Endgame followed after, but I thought Infinity War was the best Marvel movie, maybe because of the culmination of everything they put together. This story, the heart in this movie, the fanfare that they gave it, the love that they gave it, it just became either equal with that or at least as good as Infinity War. And I say at least because I might like it a little better. I saw Infinity War 3 times. I will know probably Thursday after seeing it the second time if it's going to hold up as well.
Who are the top 3, Andy? Well, for me, in no particular order, because that's difficult. I'd say Infinity War, because I agree with Dennis. Infinity War is great. I say, is it Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier is probably the second best.
Winter Soldier, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and then, and this isn't in order. This is top 3, no order, and then Spider-Man: No Way Home. I'd probably say if I was going to put them in order, I'd probably go Infinity War, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and then Captain America: Winter Soldier. That's the order I'd put them in. Yeah.
I'm probably in that exact order, or Spider-Man tied, or maybe I would even move it first. Again, I saw the other movie 3 times, and it didn't get old. I will know more once I see this the second time.
Venom. That's funny. Venom wasn't a bad movie. Don't get me wrong. And Venom 2, I thought was actually better than the first one. But, it was fun.
I liked it.
But, so the movie starts off. This is where I'll probably get some spoiler. We'll try and cut the spoilers.
No, we're done. We're done. Everybody's already tuned off because they hadn't seen the movie. So we're going to talk spoilers now.
All right.
And we're just going to start right in order. So if you haven't gone off by now, come back and see it later.
3 Marvel movies or 3 or original. Oh, easy. 3 Marvel movies because I don't give a shit about Star Wars.
Oh,
that was easy. I'm going to see Spider-Man next week. I'll be back later. Congrats on upcoming monetization. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you, Randy.
Yes, Merry Christmas, everybody.
I really hope you enjoy it. I think you will, and we'll be back next Wednesday. So.
And by the way, I do put Star Wars up there. So for me,
real quick, I don't hate Star Wars. I enjoy the Star Wars movies, but if I'm going to go Marvel superheroes or Star Wars, I'll take Marvel any day of the week. So,
and I would go Empire Strikes Back, Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan.
That wasn't even in that.
It doesn't matter if we're going to talk best movies. And then I would probably say Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Oh.
And then probably Infinity War. Green Lantern. Oh, if we're talking Razzies, yes.
You son of a bitch. You were wearing his colors.
I am wearing green. I'm also wearing Sinestros. I'm like a dichotomy.
Dennis gets from me. Beer money next time. Oh, there you go. Wrath of Khan is good. Wrath of Khan is good. So anyhow, Spider-Man starts off. One of the things that really impresses me is this movie literally picks up where the last Spider-Man movie ended, where he's outed by J. Jonah Jameson to everybody as being Peter Parker. And the reason I'm impressed by that stuff is because they didn't film it, as far as I know. They didn't film the beginning of this right at the same time. So they had to reorganize everything. They just did such a great job of basically going, it's been a couple of years, time to start filming. Okay, this picks up right after. Everybody has to look the same. Yep, blah, blah, blah. So that's impressive to me. Listen to the man with the head of cheese. Yeah, he does have a head of cheese.
Oh, let's see Joe's.
Captain America, the First Avenger, Captain America Civil War, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, first Avengers movie, then Infinity War and Endgame. There you go. That works.
All good. No arguments.
All right, Val, take it easy. We're definitely talking spoilers. You should see it. Have a great day as well.
You can chat with us after you guys have seen it when we do it. And then when you're done viewing it, leave your comments back on this so we can see what we did. So
best trilogy of all time, Lord of the Rings. I would say that Lord of the Rings trilogy was the best nap taking I've ever had.
Oh my God. By the way, Joe is right. As a trilogy, that is the best trilogy. What trilogy is better? Star Wars would be close, except for the Ewoks kind of threw at the end of that. No, Lord of the Rings, especially the extended edition. No.
All right, back to Spider-Man. Okay, so it picks up right where it left off. Everybody, Alien trilogy better than Lord of the Rings. I'll take it because Lord of the Rings. Oh God! Is this movie
Aliens, and Aliens absolutely phenomenal. Right. I was not a fan of 3, so that is definitely getting knocked down. Now, Lord of the Rings is a trilogy, far superior. Hobbit, on the other hand, totally different argument, and I wouldn't say that, but anyway, yes, Alien 3 took it out of the running.
All right. So Spider-Man picks up right where it left off. He's outed as Peter Parker being Spider-Man. The people in the crowd are all grabby. Oh my God, you're going to take your mask off, blah, blah, blah. So he's got to swing out of there, and he takes Mary Jane with him because, of course, he loves Mary Jane. Not Mary Jane, Michelle, MJ, Michelle Jones. He loves Michelle Jones, MJ. So he goes webbing out of there with her. I mean, we're not going to break down the whole movie scene by scene.
But the beginning has one of the first cheer of the entire movie. Yeah, they realize Peter's like, we got to move. We need protection. And they're like, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to get sued. We need a lawyer. Bam! Who is it? Anybody still out there?
Matt Murdock, baby.
You bet.
Charlie Cox shows up as Matt Murdock. No Daredevils in the movie, but he does show up. He's at the kitchen table with Aunt May, Peter, and Happy, and he's basically talking about his options, Peter's options and things like that. The cool thing was, though, because they know where Peter lives, people can find out through.
They literally had helicopters from the news crews outside hovering around filming Peter's apartment. This was great.
So they're sitting at the table. Somebody throws a brick through the window that's behind. I'll do it this way. That's behind them. And the brick is going right. Of course, the guy throws the brick through a window that's like 4 floors up. And it just so happens to be zooming right towards Peter's head. And without looking or turning his head, Matt Murdock is like, chunk, and catches the brick. And Peter's like, whoa, how'd you do that? And Matt Murdock's like, I told you I'm a good lawyer. So, what's up, Larry? I know I look awesome, right? Cowboys in the house. Dennis looks okay.
Oh, why would you say that? I look amazing.
Joe,
thank you, Larry.
Joe, it's spoiler filled. You're going to hear spoilers more than that. So there you go. So Charlie Cox, first one, out of the gate, you heard everybody in the theater, woo! Clap,
Everybody
clap, clap.
was cheering and stuff in this. It was great. Tie that in with the fact that those of you that are watching Hawkeye, we got D'Onofrio, Kingpin, got the first picture in episode 5. So we now know that Matt Murdock and Kingpin are both in this MCU now, that they have taken the two and married it. Absolutely fantastic. It was a great, great scene. It was short, sweet, to the point, but it was a fantastic reveal.
Yes, it was. And then, Peter, like in the trailers, goes to Doctor Strange and says, let's see, I don't care. It's just making me more excited. All right. So Peter goes to Doctor Strange, like we saw in the trailers, and he's like, you got to do this. Yeah. It's, because of what I caused, because of people knowing who I am, it's affecting my friends. It's affecting my girlfriend, MJ. It's affecting my best friend.
You got to do it.
Ned, you got to do it.
However, at that moment, we find another super important piece of information out. Oh my God, you still haven't done it. AT&T's calling. So here's the important information. And they're like, well, Dr. Strange, you're the Sorcerer Supreme. I'm not the Sorcerer Supreme. Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme. And you're like, what? Wait a minute. You forget Dr. Strange blipped out. So in his absence for those 5 years, Dr. Strange was not in existence. Wong took over the duties of Sorcerer Supreme, and he has been dealing with all of this. Steven's back. He's still very powerful, but Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme, and Steven kind of decides, well, I can kind of do things my way, even though Wong's saying you shouldn't do that, but it's definitely different than the commercial.
No. Wong said, I don't think Wong told him. Did Wong tell him not to do the memory one or the trying to turn back time thing?
No, because they really didn't. The only thing they talked about time is he goes, I no longer have the time stone, Peter. Because he says, well, can't you just turn back the time? And he goes, I no longer have this time stone because the Infinity Stones are gone. He's like, oh, yeah.
Right.
Hence the Eye of Amagato.
So he said, yeah, I can do it so everybody forgets. And Wong was like, come on, let's not do that. Wong takes off like we saw in the trailer we're not going to get into all the details. Like you saw in the trailer, the spell goes wrong. No big surprise here. Doc Ock shows up. Green Goblin shows up. Electro shows up. Sandman shows up. The Lizard shows up. Jeez Louise, who is calling me? I'm so popular. Off.
It's Marvel.
The Lizard shows up. I mean, honestly, you had 5 villains show up, and you're sitting there going, where's number 6 for the Sinister Six? Didn't go there. That was one of the things I was thinking maybe they were keeping for the movie, keeping secret, like there's going to be a 6th villain. If you saw Venom 2, you saw that the end credit scene of Venom 2, Venom popped into Peter's universe. So you were thinking, ooh, he'll show up. It'll be a whole Sinister Six action. No dice. Doesn't matter. It was cool enough.
And it was great because you got Doc Ock, who's the first villain, and he gets Spider-Man. He's like, Peter. And he's got him against the wall upside down. The mask comes out. He goes, who the heck are you? You're not Peter. And he's like, what, well, who are you? So this is when they start introducing the fact that, well, they don't know each other. They know Peter, but you're not Peter. And we don't have a Doc Ock in this universe. And they do a really great job through each of the different villains because they're from the 3 separate universes, and they build up all the history behind them. Now, I'm sure you've all watched the, two amazing Spider-Man movies, the 3 original ones. They all had their pluses and minuses and things that we wish they would have done differently.
Right.
They did a phenomenal job of addressing. They listened to what we, the fans, said. Here's what we liked. Here's what we didn't like about them. And they addressed them. Electro. We actually got to see Electro. The electricity shapes into the cool lightning shaped version of the mask that they have on there. The Green Goblin was, oh my God, William Dafoe was absolutely amazing.
They trashed. So Willem Dafoe is in an alleyway, and the mask is on a dumpster. He put it on the corner of a dumpster, and like in the original Spider-Man movie, it's talking to him because Willem Dafoe's messed up in the head. So he's hearing the voice of the Goblin and stuff, and he basically is like, shut up, and he smashes the mask. So when he's the Green Goblin throughout the rest of the movie, he's got the green armor, but he has tattered clothes on, and he's got a hood.
Well, he's got the purple hood.
He's got the purple hood.
That gets shredded throughout the movie, and it looks like him. William Dafoe acts, and we always said he never needed a mask. He looks like
he's got that face.
And they altered it just slightly because it was his face with the facial expressions, and they must have done just a touch of CG to elongate a few things. It was phenomenal. I bet they did. I'll let you know on Thursday.
Yeah,
I think they did.
I don't think they did anything to his face, but he looked great. Because
he looked like what we pictured Green Goblin would look like with no mask. It was great.
They just touched on so many key points. Of course, once again, other people came through you could almost say the holes. Basically, the spell that was cast by Doctor Strange got effed up because Peter's like, but wait. You got to do the spell so not everybody forgets. MJ can't forget. Okay, I'll do that. Well, no, wait. Ned can't forget. Okay, fine, I'll do that. He's my best friend. Okay. Oh, Aunt May can't forget. I can't go through her finding out again. Okay. And he's messing with Doctor Strange, so the spell gets messed up. So basically, everybody that knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man comes through. And that's where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come through as well. And the introduction they do for both of those characters was so good. And, with the Andrew Garfield one, with both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, they didn't try to pass it off like, oh, Andrew just stepped through from the end of his second movie. No, time has passed. Yes. The whatever amount of years it was since that movie has passed.
Tobey Maguire is 20 years old, and they make references to it. My back's bad. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, yeah. It's all this stuff. So Andrew Garfield cracks his back and everything like that. Come here, gives him a bear hug. It was absolutely fantastic because they played it out. Andrew's a few years older, and it's very noticeable. Yeah. There were lots of issues with his movies that they wanted certain things wrapped up. They did. They allowed the characters to grow and wrap everything up. Well, and it was fantastic.
It's like you said, the nice part about it was you don't generally get to have redos in regards to movies. I mean, you can kind of look at the Ghostbusters that came out a few years ago with all the women. It sucked. They righted the ship with this new Ghostbusters. It's like that other one never existed. Still not really a redo. They just basically were like, that's not canon. That's out of here. But with this movie, by bringing Toby in and bringing Andrew Garfield in, they were able to address story elements in a way that didn't work. Same with the villains that didn't work or were left open-ended from those movies and kind of either right the ship or just finish their story because it was never really satisfactory finished before.
So
that's what made it really cool.
The big spoiler that got everybody that got everybody excited. Andrew Garfield, he couldn't save Gwen Stacy.
You're just so excited.
I know. It's so exciting. She goes down, and you'll remember, from up there, she winds up hitting him. He doesn't quite save her. She winds up dying. Therefore, he went against the wishes of her father. So he's been living with this guilt his entire life. And it was just fantastic that Tom Holland couldn't save MJ as she's falling off the bridge. So
MJ falls off. The big fight takes place at the Statue of Liberty.
Yes.
Which is awesome because they're redoing the Statue of Liberty to where her arm that's up is actually now holding a huge Captain America shield. So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
So it's all in scaffolding and stuff. And they're at the top, and MJ takes a dive off the side, not on purpose, obviously. The Goblin does something, and she goes falling off the side. And Tom Holland can't do anything because of what's happening in the film. Andrew Garfield sees what's happening. He knows that's the love of this Spider-Man's life. He dives off the side, gets her, saves MJ for, Tom's Peter Parker. But at the same time, the emotion in Andrew Garfield's face when he saves MJ's life, you can just see that it just brings back what he couldn't do in saving Gwen Stacy in his universe. And oh my God, that was one of those moments. People cheered, they clapped. You might have got a little cheer. It was so phenomenal.
He succeeded here, which gives Andrew Spider-Man closure that he didn't have, closure as a character, and we the fans got closure with it. And it was just absolutely fantastic. Another super powerful mini story arc in here was when, because spoiler, of course, Aunt May winds up dying, and she dies in a great way in here. But they're on there, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man's so upset, and they're trying to say, well, look, we've all lost somebody. You don't know what I'm going through. Well, we do. They find out that the other two Spider-Mans both lost Uncle Ben.
Right.
And Aunt May makes the comment here that got, goosebumps. With great power comes great responsibility. And they were like, wow, in our universe, it was Uncle Ben before he passed away that did it. And in this one, it was Aunt May. So the stories that they told each other, the tears that they actually had in their eyes. I mean, you heard people openly sobbing in the theater. I mean, Kleenex was flying and you could hear it. There was so much emotion in here. Her death was absolutely fantastic and dealt so much to the story.
Well, and the way they did the death, how she died, not how she died, but the way they kind of worked up to it was very parallel to Peter basically not listening. And because he didn't listen to something, Uncle Ben died. And they mirrored that in this by basically, he should have done something. He didn't. And because he didn't do something, Aunt May dies. So they did a really nice job of paralleling it, or whatever you want to say, mirroring it, whatever. And it was such a shock seeing that they killed off Aunt May because, she was hot.
Oh, Marissa Tomei.
If it wasn't Marissa Tomei and they cast some
one of the Golden Girls, you'd be like, nah, but it's Marissa Tomei. I know. And it was there. She had her little story arc with Happy, which was just great. The thing that we liked so much about this was we heard that the three Spider-Mans were going in there. Everybody assumed they were just going to pop in at the end, save, Tom Holland, and that would be the movie. They were in so much of the movie, and you got to see the three Peters doing lab work in their own way, which was great because they parallel so well, and they're so geeky, and they understood each other. It was amazing. Three completely different characters, as well as the three Spider-Men working together. There was so much interaction and so much love between these characters. Sony listened to all the fans. All I'm going to say is they did this absolutely right.
The movie has heart. It has humor. It has drama. It has everything. It hit all the right beats, I thought. One of the so going, there's no real woke SJW crap in it, which was such a relief. They weren't pushing anything. It was just a great movie. Box office wise, like we said, it's already done better than Infinity War. And I just read it's on track to do better than Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals all combined.
Yes.
This movie is on track to beat all those movies combined, which is, no pun intended, amazing, spectacular.
So we are going to give it our CGC ratings today. I will go first, and I'll do a little caveat because I've only seen it once.
Oh.
But that once was so powerful and so good, I am giving it a 9.8.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
it was as close to perfect as could be.
I'm giving it, I'm giving it a 9.8 as well. I was juggling in my head. I've never given anything a 10 because that's just perfect. And, but no, I'm giving it a 9.8 as well. I am so excited to see it again next Thursday. That it's just, yeah, I'm just so, there's so much stuff that I know I missed because of the audience reactions in terms of laughter and clapping that I want to catch. There's dialogue I'm sure I missed.
Yep.
There's great humor in it. There's great banter with the three Peters. Yeah, there's just so much stuff, subtle stuff I'm sure I missed. Even visual stuff that was probably going on that I missed. And maybe I didn't. We'll see. I might see it a second time and be like, visually I caught everything. But that's one big reason I want to see it again. So yeah, I'm giving it a 9.8 as well.
Wow. That is awesome. I'm like I said, after I see it the second and third time, I'll be able to find out if it goes up or down. But it's as close to a perfect movie as I'm gonna watch it again.
After Sci-Fi says I'm gonna watch it again. It's brilliant. It is totally brilliant. That's a great way to say it.
It is. This is such a good movie, and Sony did it right. And Sony did it right with Ghostbusters Afterlife by giving it fanfare, and they did it right with this. So Sony, you're on the right track. Marvel, you've been kind of marching down the wrong path here. But Sony, I'm all in on your movies right now.
There's already talk of the number 4, and I've even heard that Tom Holland wants to do 3 more. So hopefully we'll get a 4, 5, and 6, but there's definitely already talk for the number 4. No spoilers here with the ending. The ending, what happens was fantastic. With how they resolved everything that was going on. It was, once again, pulled at the heartstrings, but it was great. After credit-wise,
there's 2 of them.
There's 2, so stay for both. However, if you want to save yourself some time, the second after credit one, after the whole scroll credits, is basically the Doctor Strange 2 trailer, which is online now. So if you want to save some time or just watch it before seeing it on the big screen, it's literally the Doctor Strange 2 trailer. So just, you can find it online, but it was exciting to see it on the big screen.
So Marvel, Kevin Smith,
Kevin
Smith, if you're listening out there, you can make fantastic movies without putting all this woke garbage in there, because fans will come to a good movie that they know you took the care and the time and effort into it instead of the garbage you guys have been putting out. Sony, home run, absolute home run, grand slam. Good for you. 2 movies in a row. All I can say, everybody go see it. Leave your comments below after you've seen the movie and come back and rewatch this. And then we'd love to hear your comments. And I'm sure in one of our future streams, after you've all seen it and are on there, we're going to talk some more, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Everybody have a Merry, Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. We will probably be back between Christmas and New Year's for a live stream.
That's right. So until next time, everybody, thank you for joining us, and we will catch you later. Bye, everybody.